So the cloud's all about flexibility. You can add agents, you can add applications, you can scale up, you can scale down, and probably the thing that got a lot of people into it early on was that seasonal flexibility, or being able to have capacity when you need it. So for example, if something happens and all of a sudden you get a real rise in number of calls coming in, you can really add channels on, you can add agents on, you can add applications on. And that seasonal flexibility, there's a couple of industries that sort of drove this. Retail, insurance, healthcare are three of those industries that really have these fluctuations in needs. And particularly with open enrollment and with insurance, where all of a sudden you have a whole slew of people calling into your contact center, and you do not want them to have busies, you want them to get their job done. So the ability to really just turn on that capacity and have agents come on board just for those time periods during the year or even the month when you think you're going to have an overload. We all know retail, for example, around Christmas time or Valentine's Day for florists or cards or whatever, the ability to really be able to take those calls without sending people on hold is it's just amazing.
We can actually scale not just the volume, which is what the cloud does, but the available expertise that a customer needs, but they can't do that in a one-to-one relationship. You actually just need one expert for a lot of customers. We can scale that in the cloud because they can be anywhere and provide that answer.
So one of the other benefits of the cloud that is following a trend that we're seeing is in business continuity and disaster recovery. And we've seen this in the news for 10 years. It doesn't matter if it's 9/11 or a hurricane coming through or just something else that will stop a business. And with the cloud, you can be up and running, because the cloud doesn't mean that you have your applications and systems all in one place. You have that ability to just seamlessly switch over to another area of the country, and your agents are still up and running.
We're working with customers who are trying to be able to see the same thing that the person on the other end of the phone sees, but they can't with today's technology. When we go to an omni-channel environment where video, for example, is one of the core channels, or just a photo, you could take a picture and you no longer need the customer to describe to you what they're seeing because you can see it. Now you can use your expertise as an agent to tell the person how to resolve the issue in real time. You create a happy customer when you do that.
Overall, going back to the flexibility, the cloud really allows a business to be agile, move at their own pace or move faster than they thought they could, and be able to move towards providing that really seamless omni-channel experience that we're all moving towards.
You know, there's this aspiration that we all have of being treated like the customer that someone knows. We want you to know who we are. The easiest way to fail at that is to actually ask that person the same question the second time you talk to them that you just asked them the prior time. So the omni-channel experience creates for the first time the ability to have a personal experience for the customer, so that when they call the second time, you know that what they had done the prior. Or if you get disconnected, you can continue from where you left off. We do this by maintaining the continuity of that conversation across any channel, whether you started with a text, a phone call, an email, or a chat. We also keep track of that transaction history, and we make it available to the agent while they're talking to you, so that you can look at this complete view of the customer and not have to start asking the same questions over and over again. The Aspect advantage is that we are building on our 40 years of experience in operating contact centers with over 1.5 million agents on a daily basis. We've taken that capability and moved it to the cloud. We're providing an omni-channel experience for the agent and the consumer, and we do it very fast.